here. I am here to report to you on day 5. It's actually the morning of day 6. I didn't make a video on day 5, but it's a good reason for that. I was packing like crazy all day, and then I had a bit of a going away party in the evening, and we spent the night out at a club. And so I wanted to actually do a video after coming back from the club, because I thought that was probably the most interesting thing that would have happened yesterday, as far as how I interact with the rest of the world and how it's affecting me and stuff. So yesterday I spent all day packing, and then yesterday was a pretty easy day, pretty straightforward. Just plugged away, had my lemonade, everything was good. And then at the end of the night, had some friends come over. We did a little pre-drink here, and then we went out to a club. And it was a very interesting sort of evening for me. Actually, every year I try to take January off of drinking entirely, and tried for the first time 2 years ago, and I made it through the whole January. It was great, no problem. And then I tried again last January for the second time, and I made it to about January 15th or 16th, at which point I went to this club, Stone's Place, with some friends, and just like caved while I was at the club, while all my friends around me were drinking and having a great time, and I was kind of feeling like this isn't a lot of fun. And so last night we went to Stone's Place again, on basically the same weekend in January, and again I couldn't drink, and I gotta say, like, it was fun to hang out with my friends and stuff, but I would have rather done that at like a pub or a restaurant, or even here. It wasn't all that much fun. It's interesting how like I noticed, for instance, I was like really self-conscious about my dancing. So that wasn't fun, obviously. And then it was just like what else is there to do at this place? Like, I danced for a while, that was fun, and now what? Just sit and wait for us to leave. So anyways, it was really fun going out with my friends, and I had a blast with them. Thank you guys. But as far as like the social impacts of being on the cleanse, not being able to drink, not being able to eat, it's tough. I hung out with my brother before that, and I think 2 or 3 times he asked me, like, hey, do you want some of these chips? And he's like, alright, sorry. And he wasn't being a jerk. He was genuinely like, hey, these are really good. Do you want some? Oh, I forgot. You don't eat anymore. So anyways, I've been feeling those sort of social impacts a lot in the last maybe 2 or 3 days, as I'm spending time with people before I leave town right now, and we're looking for sort of things to do together, and all we can kind of come up with is maybe go for a tea or go for a walk or something, and that's tough. Aside from that, as far as planning through the diet goes, okay, no problems there, no anomalies, nothing special or interesting to report, except for today is the day that I'm traveling for like 8 hours or whatever it is, 5-hour flight. So I gotta leave my place at about 5 p.m. and I'll get to the airport at 6-ish, or maybe a little bit before that. And then I have to obviously go through security and stuff and hop on the plane at 8. And it's about a 5-hour flight. I get in around 10 o'clock. I pick up my luggage, go through customs and stuff. So I imagine I'll get out of there around 11, then about a half-hour drive to where I'm going. And there's a 3-hour time difference there, so if you were wondering why my math was all crazy, that's why. So I'm looking at 3 hours before the flight, from the time I leave here to the time I hop on the plane, 5 hours on the flight, and I'm guessing about an hour and a half to get off the plane and to where I'll be staying. I'm going to do another blog today telling people how I'm going to deal with that. So let's hope I manage to deal with it just fine. Alright, thanks.